Oh, the song stops automatically. There we go. Oh my god! Oh Jesus, I forgot to fade out the song because I used an old version of the thing. Oh my god! It is Pokemon Fun League Season 9. Indigo Dreams. I'm your former champion, El Zubador. Joe. Joined after a hiatus, not here for the out-of-season activities. He's back in the chair. It's the commish. It's Manny.
Hey, what's up, League?
And we've got, of course, joining us as ever always is Sheriff Director of Entertainment, and now sheriffing back into riding the horse, Mario, back in the league, saddling up once again, Sheriff Director of Entertainment, Mario.
Howdy, y'all.
You technically, should you even be Sheriff Director of Entertainment anymore because you're in the league?
It's a conflict of interest.
Says the commissioner who's in the league.
Hand over your badge.
As the corrupt commish is in the league already.
So, it
playing
is
the fifth on that one.
It is season 9, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen. Entirely gentlemen.
If you're German, it's season
all
no.
the way from Mario's basement, we've made it here to the Indigo Plateau.
We've got all the lovely people, as you can see here. Me and Manny kind of went over this little image already. Representative of the divisions. We have got 20 people, 1 through 20, that we'll be picking today, which I've meticulously categorized and taken all of the picks for all 20 of these people. And I shouldn't say predictions because, again, I know all this shit already. If you pick after number 1, you probably know what's getting picked before you, at least. Mario, what's your thoughts on what do you think is going to be picked number 1 overall?
Hilarious. It's always hilarious.
It is always
The
hilarious.
first round never disappoints. From Swampert to all, like, we have the best first round picks, I think, ever.
I agree. So let's go right over to the draft screen. This is where you will see the selections. There would be icons here, but I kind of fucked up Rob's rhythm, so he didn't actually get to end up finishing the icons, so we'll see those on the team cards, I guess, and as well as...
It worked out for me, personally.
It worked out for Mario specifically, but there were also 19 other people, 17 other people that probably would have liked to have seen an icon with this.
Yeah, fuck it.
Either way, okay, no more pomp and circumstance. Let's just get right to it. The number 1 pick.
We're going fast.
Season 9
Oh, boy.
of the Pokemon Fun League is Murphy, and he has chosen Togekiss!
Woo!
My mind just exploded.
Look at that boy!
Look at that boy. Now, Togekiss and Murphy have a very storied history together where it scared the motherfuck out of me in the season that he was in my division. It was not a fun time to deal with. Togekiss is already starting off the bat. Great fairy. You get Super Luck. You get your Serene Grace. It's a nightmare.
That's exactly that's what you're drafting it for, man. You get like utility defog just as a back pocket, but I mean, you just want to stick with your bread and butter. You want to go T-Wave, you want to go Air Slash, and just flinch, hack for days.
Now, I like what Murphy did here because, from what I understand, basically you choose at number 1, you have the pick of the litter, and considering in round 2 you're not picking until 30, there are 20 picks. And there was one other guy who I believe Mike told Murphy that he wanted Togekiss. And that made Murphy go, oh, Mike picks twice before I pick my second time. Let me just get Togekiss at number 1.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
You like your guy, just go get him.
Go get your guy. That's what you gotta do. There he is, number 1, Togekiss. So I think, Manny, we got you over there in the Bud Light Lime green room, where all the Mons are waiting to be picked, and I believe that you have a question for our number 1 overall pick.
Joe, I have managed to pull our number 1 draft pick aside here in the Bud Light Lime green room. Togekiss, you were undervalued at the tier list summit and placed in the lowly tier 2. How does it feel to put in all that hard work and have it pay off so big here, being the number 1 overall draft pick? compelling.
Wow.
Joe.
You heard it here first.
I mean, how are you going to top that? That's what a number one pick should sound like.
Oh, it chills down my spine, Joe. I can't believe I'm standing next to the number one pick.
Well, let's get right along moving, Manny, because we got a bunch of picks
There's more.
There's more to go through. Number 2 pick here is Jack, and Jack's team, one of my favorite team names, Klang Chung. He is going with Mega Metacham.
Oh,
Boy, not to be outdone, but we were just waiting for this monster to fall off the board.
I mean,
great.
everybody loves Mega Metacham. All you need, that pure power fake out, is just about all you need.
Yeah. He's about to cling Chung tonight.
Oh my god. Everybody Klang Chung tonight.
Mega Metacham being the cornerstone staple of my OU team.
He's fantastic.
Him alone can sweep entire OU teams.
I mean, if you get him in the right position, it depends on. I mean, with many draft picks, it all sort of depends on. It all sort of depends on what you build around it, which I guess you could say for basically everything here anyway. But Mega Metacham is 200 for a reason. It is scary, psychic fighting, two types that you don't want to be on the other side of a lot of time. The Zen headbutts, the high jump kicks, the fake outs, pure power.
Even just drain punch.
Yeah, you're right.
Pure power drain punch gets the sustain. You don't want none of that.
I agree.
Love it.
Thank you, Thomas. For Manny, do you mind talking real quick? Thomas said you were quiet.
I'm sorry, Thomas.
No, I turned you up a little bit. You were down in my thing to kind of like mix it a bit better, but I turned them up. So say words if you don't mind.
Turn me up, Joe.
Perfect, wonderful. Let's get right back to it then. Back over here. So number 3, one of the new people in the league. I referred to him as replacement Jim, but he is more than that. He is Jim. He has Super Minchino Odyssey, and at number 3, he chooses Heatran.
Oh, that's my boy.
Another staple of your OU team, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah, yes it is.
And as you can see, Jim
Does he have
here.
a logo already?
Yeah, he was kind enough to make his own icon.
Oh, thank you, Jim.
He made his own icon. I love it.
I mean, it's wonderful. I love it.
His is gonna be the highest quality one.
Wow.
Like bar none.
Hey, look, I know I was bad, but Rob is leagues better than me, all right?
No, Robs are great. They have a charm to them.
So, I mean, the Super Minchino Odyssey looks great icon there. Heatran, that 4 times weakness to ground, always a problem, but again, that's where you build around it, and then once you get it, I want to see Heatran trap. We have not had enough. What is the trapping move for Heatran that I can't remember right now?
Magma Storm.
Magma Storm.
It's probably the best trapping move in the game.
Magma Storm. Thank you, Brovile. Man, I love it so much. It's so good. I want Heatran to do a lot of work, and that's how you start a team.
Yeah, and you just gotta support it because HP ground is real and earthquake is real. But yeah, I mean you guys support them, and hopefully it works out.
Yeah.
Yeah, going over to
Really well with them in the past.
I think anybody and everybody with Heatran.
Like 17 resistances.
Yeah. There's 18 types, and he resists 11
about
of them.
17 of them.
Yeah.
Not to mention an immunity. Thank you.
2 with his normal ability.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right. Flame.
Flash fire.
Thank you. Drawn blanks here. All right, let's go to number 4. We got Mitch, who toiled over what he wanted.
It was definitely Amalola.
Starting, he's getting a little mola again. Starting with, I believe he told me that it started with Mega Scizor, then it was something else, then he said Slurpuff, then he went with Mega Venusaur.
Oh, I love it, Mitch. Fantastic pick. Mega
Solid
Venusaur
man.
is in Manny's top 5 big board.
Now, this was a Pokemon that went number 1 overall last season with good reason, and here he is, top 5 again, like you said. The top 5, what was it again, Manny? It was what? Feeny, Venusaur,
Any Venusaur, Mega Scizor, Lando T, and then some variant of like Coco Magirna.
Oh yeah, that's all. Now I wonder who's going to show up. Moving on here, Lavender Town Orchestra as well.
I might have to revisit that.
The best five, the best
The top
boys.
5 ever, but yeah.
I mean, again, some people are picking on a necessity here, like with Togekiss. So everything else so far after Togekiss is looking like we got 200s very nearly across the board. So
Yeah.
Mega Venusaur, terrible to deal with. You need something specifically to kill Mega Venusaur, and if you don't, you were going to lose.
Like
Venusaur is
Z
a
Fly physical. Who was it?
That was me. That's
Yeah, no,
Keldeo.
what was the Mount Keldeo?
Physical
I mean,
what?
so he's just a great mon to start with. Like, there's just about 0 downside. So like, you're just getting you're just getting a plus. Like, there's no downside. There's nothing. He's the perfect cornerstone of any team you can pick from. I have no. You can go anywhere with Mega Venusaur. So Mitch's game plan could be wide open right now.
We have no idea where he's going with that, but it's still something
No.
we got to be worried about. Next, we got Thomas. Thomas at number 5, and Thomas at number 5 has taken Latias.
Oh boy.
The Manny special. Manny, you took Latias number 2 overall one season, I believe.
Yes. And I will say that I liked the pick for the value where it was. It's fantastic. I didn't use it the way it was supposed to be used.
No,
think,
you had, I believe, what comes to mind is Choice Band Shadow Claw, Latias.
Right.
Yeah. a lot of flex physical sets.
Yes, yeah. No, because you can flex him to get weird matchups, but I did that way too much. I didn't just. Who had him last year? Garrison?
I don't remember
Garrison.
I don't know if anybody had. I can't remember, quite frankly.
Someone else played him recently that was much better than I played him, and it was basically just he was just bulky, get in the way, defog, and beam bolt, and that's basically the way you're supposed to play him. But I mean, with being a psychic dragon, that's not a terrible typing, and like just incredible bulk, and some really great utility with with defog and recover. So I definitely support the first round pick.
All right, yeah, that's Thomas believes that Latias is value at 160, and I would be
I do too.
I'd be inclined to agree. It's I believe it's the staple of UU right now, so it's just in that weird area where it's almost good enough, but not quite. So next we have got number 6.
Can't keep up. When you guys become such experts at drafting?
Number 6 is our boy Rob, the icon man, the double last place holder of the pizza trophy. But with this start, I dare you. I double dare you to say he's going to get last when he is starting with Greninja,
Oh baby.
who also moved down to 160 this season, per Manny.
Yep. I fought for that one for you guys. I just want everyone to know. Greninja was not worth 200 points. Let's just all be honest with ourselves.
I mean,
this isn't Battle
Perfect.
Bond. This isn't anything that is oppressive or anything like that. It's very counterable. Like, yeah, sure, you can avoid a Thunderbolt with a cheeky spikes play, but outside of that, come on now, guys.
Also, Matchup Madness, a wonderful name for Rob's team. I'm sorry to cut you off, Mario.
Yeah, I will always say Greninja's a really good mon. Not the best, but really, really good.
And that's that's basically the definition of 160, I think, as a tier. Not the best, but still good.
Not the best, but still really good.
Now,
I approve.
We get shirts made with that.
not the best, but still good. That's the Pokemon Fun League. We're not the
I was
best,
gonna say that sounds like our league.
but we're still good. So,
We'll get t-shirts made.
number 7, by the way, is a pick that you would be hard-pressed to say deserves to be anywhere other than 200. And that is Dan, who is coming in with them Crocodile Vultures and the number 7 pick. I sound like a fucking radio DJ. Mega Mile.
Ooh. Mega Mawile. I don't like dealing with that thing.
Does anybody?
Someone like Dan probably will do better than it has in the past.
Former champion Dan, I'd love to see how how he does with it here. M1 had it last season, did pretty decent. Questionable plays at times, but that's where, again, you're talking about in the hands of. I mean, Mile doesn't have too much flair to it in terms of you're not going to get those flex choice band shadow claw plays with it.
No.
You
It does one job, but it does it really, really, really well.
You are going to pump everything into HP. You're going to hit a swords dance and click sucker punch until you die.
Sounds about right.
That's just how you got to do it. That is how you play Mega Mile. You might hit a play rough on something that resists dark if you're feeling saucy. If they think you're going to switch, you hit a play rough, but something's going to die. Two kids are going to die tonight when this man comes in the ring.
Two kids are going to die tonight.
Two kids are going to die tonight. Now, Manny, should I slow things down? How you doing updating over there?
I'm good. I'm up to date. I'm
Okay.
sorry that it's in and out of the pod. Like, I talk a lot, and then you don't hear me for 8 picks. I am in charge of the draft doc at the moment, so...
You got to do what you got to Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Exactly. Ruby Roo. Yabba Dabba Doo. All right, number 8. This is actually Manny's pick. So, Manny...
Speaking of me, thank you very much.
Because you're on the broadcast here, I cede the seat to you if you would like to announce your pick.
Yes. With the 8th overall pick in Season 9 of the PFL, you, Chance See This, will select Chansey.
Whoa! That's it. That's Chansey.
And you got your mascot.
That's always a fun time. When I think you get extra double luck when you draft a Pokemon that is your namesake, your team namesake.
I hope so. I need some luck after the seasons I've been having, man.
Oh, hello, Jelly Butt. Thank you for joining us in the draft as we're going here. Manny, tell us a little bit about Chansey, if you don't mind.
They were going to say, tell us a little bit about Jelly Butt.
Tell us a little bit about Jelly Butt and Chansey.
Yes, Jelly Butt. Chansey is a mon that I've been toying with the idea of playing. I used him season 4, 5, something like that.
2.
Failed miserably. 2? Wow.
Yeah.
No, I failed miserably with Chansey. And I just felt that I have grown as a player, and I feel like Chansey's now back in the wheelhouse.
Yeah. The other cornerstone of my OU team, I will swear up and down by Chansey forever.
Yeah, I mean, Chansey is so bulky, and it can fit in a variety of teams. I just like the utility it brings. We talked so much about Chansey last season, being that if Chansey's the last mon on your team, you're probably doing well.
Yeah, you still have a shot at winning.
Yeah, that was Dave had it last season, I believe, the person coming up next here. And in 90% of Dave's matches, Chansey was the last Pokemon that he had, and I'm pretty sure he won at least 2 of those matches.
Yeah, dude,
if you can't solve Chansey, you stop what would solve Chansey, you win.
Exactly.
That's basically it.
There's very limited weaknesses. It's fighting type and then knockoff. And it has to be a physical fighting type, so it can't be like that. It can't be any weird special variants. But once you narrow down, if you just keep Chansey alive, Chansey will eventually turn 186, win you the game.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait for turn 186. Oh, Animax India is here.
You hold the record for the longest game in the league. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Animax India. India is here. Guys, can we... India is in the house, I guess.
Shout out to India.
Shout out to India.
Woo!
Woo! Number 9. Number 9 is Dave, who is going with Mega Alakazam.
I don't want to deal with none of that.
Mega Zam.
And another of my favorite names here, Kamo OK Computer. I love it. So Megazam moved up to 2 hundo. Nobody touched it. Dave is taking the plunge here. Megazam, 150 speed, thereabouts in special attack. I was
175.
Dude, it's gross.
Not fun for anyone. Dies to a sucker punch from a level 5 Ponyard.
But that's the game you play.
That's the game you play.
Yeah, the wind blows the wrong way, and Alakazam is all of his spoons bend, and he's useless. But
you get one comp mind off, and you're sweeping the whole... No, if you don't have priority against it, you're fucked.
And even if you do have priority, Sucker Punch is the worst priority because all you have to do on Mega Alakazam then is just bring Substitute, and then you win.
Win game.
Man, oh man, I am wondering how that team is gonna play out because you do need Megazam will clean up. You bring it in turn 20, turn 50, turn 8, depending on how your game goes, and it's over in the next 3 turns.
Can put in a monstrous amount of work. From lots of he can wall break, he can sweep, he can do lots of stuff.
Not a fan of Trace.
Oh
How
yeah,
fast is this boy?
How fast is this boy? All those people thinking they can get cheeky with weather sweepers and things. Animax India, this is a Pokemon Draft League, so we're drafting Pokemon. This is currently round 1 of Season 9 of the Pokemon Fun League, and that is just about what we are doing here. So
we're going to draft these mons, we're going to put them on a team, and then we're going to just play mediocrely. So
and then make fun of each other.
Eventually stumbles into the championship.
That's how it goes. You just you spin to win. That's how it goes. Number 10, we got James, who went with the very general name of James and the Bad Guys as his team name.
I like it though.
I like it too. It's you're cutting out the fat. That's what's going on now. Far from bad. We're dropping down. Well, I shouldn't say we're dropping down to tier 2 because we did that with the first pick. But it's Metagross,
who is so gross.
Who is the grossest.
I am the biggest fan of Metagross there will ever be.
Manny, you have nightmare experiences with Metagross. Why don't you tell us about them?
I don't know what you're talking about, Joe. No idea.
We never caught it on film, so it never happened.
It never happened. No, see that season gets a big asterisk next to it.
Does it?
Life Orb, Choice Band, fucking Assault Vest, Choice Scarf, Weakness Policy. The boy can do it all.
You just hit Bullet Punch.
Yeah, man. And I'm the same thing we said with Murphy, that you got a guy. I don't care what tier it is, just go and get him. I don't care what round it is. I don't care what tier it is. You like somebody, a cornerstone of your team, go get him.
Metagross is always an early pick, and with good reason, because it's gonna do a lot of work on James's team. So there's Metagross. So that's let's
what time it is.
Take a look at the top 10 here really quick before we move on to the Mario pick. Oh yeah, I got to learn your team name. I forgot. That's what we're gonna do. So let's build up to it. Let's build up to it. I don't know Mario's team name, and he apparently did it especially for me. So
literally only we get the joke.
What do you think about the top 10?
I like it a lot. There's some fun to it. There's a lot of picks where I'm like, without any circumstance, like no context, like I'd be like, what are you doing? What are you doing with some of this? But, now that you gotta do what you gotta do. I fucking love it. This is terrifying, and I want no hand in this.
And we still got 10 more picks.
Woo!
All right, Mario. So I'm going to the draft screen. You can reveal your pick. Since I don't have your team name, I put down where your team name would be. I still don't know. So you can reveal your pick and then your team name.
Let's do it all in one, Mario. So do it how I did it. Just say your team name and then go right in for the pick, all right? Because the team name is fantastic.
Oh, man.
Thank you.
I'm excited.
For my return into the Pokemon Fun League, my season first round draft is going to be for Mario, Stan Landeris, Pop of Culture.
Oh, my God.
I'm taking our boy, Generation Charizard X.
Oh, my God. Stan Landeris.
Charizard X.
Mega Charizard X.
All right. Woo! Now that the cat's out of the bag, Joe, how do you feel about the name?
I love it, but it's incredibly niche.
No, that's why I like it so much.
For everybody who doesn't know, I'm going to say 75% of the league? It's you, Mike, Manny, Rob, maybe that's it.
Dale.
Dale? Oh yeah, Dale knows about it, that's right. So
I was in.
You were, and then you got cut out because I misplaced your...
Then I got cut out.
Yeah, I misplaced...
No, you're in the
oh yeah, that's right. No, you had an interview that I cut out because I lost the DVD
but
tape.
I do star as cameraman. I still have the shirt.
Oh yeah.
So...
Yeah, you filmed with an iPhone for some reason.
Stan Landman's Pop of Culture was a 10-episode series that I made in college as my final project for my video communications degree. Shot incredibly haphazardly over winter break with various other times to fill on DV. So it's in glorious 3:4. It looks... we didn't bother lighting it most of the time.
We did our best.
We did our best with the limited resources that we had, because I spent $0 on it, I will say.
Yeah, I probably spent more money than you did on it.
You're probably right. I made some t-shirts, so like $5. So
yeah. Go let's put a link
I'll put a link
Discord.
in the description and in the Discord.
Link in the comment section below, and while you guys are down there,
comment, subscribe.
See, Joe, you gotta start. Come on,
Get yourself a
gonna give it to you.
Get yourself a Bud Light Lime and hang out in the BLL green room.
Brought to you by our green room, sponsored by Bud Light Lime. Thank you, everyone.
And we'll be bringing you the Toyota keys to the game eventually too. So...
Joe, what are the Toyota keys to the rest of the draft?
The Toyota keys to the rest of the draft are draft something good and don't draft Swampert in round 1.
Unless you plan on winning.
unless you plan on winning. I shouldn't shit talk Tristan. He won the fucking championship last season.
Dude's a champion.
He's the champion. You can't shit talk a champion.
Speaking of champions, Joe. Segue.
He actually is the next person who is picking here. The man who 2 seasons ago picked Swampert in round 1. I almost popped it up on the wrong area here. It is Tristan. Would have revealed the little tiny version of it. So Tristan with Celebreeze at number 12 goes with Tornadus T.
Woo-wee! Tornadus
What
T!
the absolute F?
So again, Torn is popular and has been popular at 120. It's an especially good price in my mind. But at number 12, with so many other things on the board, your Mega Scizors, your Landos, your
all of the Tapus.
Your all the Tapus, your Magirnas. You go with Torn T.
Someone's got some weather plans.
I don't know. I don't know what he's up to. I will give Tristan the benefit of the doubt, because that's what champions earned. I will wait to see what he has up with this sleeve, because tier 3 is not a small tier. I could see diving into tier 1 or 2 because they're relatively small, but tier 3 is probably one of the bigger ones that are out of the upper tiers, not 4 or 5. So
Torn is still in tier 2. So
what? Oh, I'm thinking I.
Yeah, you're thinking of Torn Eye, which would be very different.
Yeah,
Torn Eye, my bad, guy.
No, yeah, Torn T is not a bad mon. It's just,
let me give you the right amount of points on the dock, Tristan.
What are you doing?
Why are you offended, Thomas? Please bare your soul as to why. What did I say that was shitty and stupid?
Leave your comment.
Oh, Thomas was in Stan Landman too. I forgot. Maybe that's why he's offended.
Oh yeah,
He was.
He was
Thomas.
He
was that kid in the commercial.
He was. That's right.
Yes.
Thomas learned his geometry. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Bringing it back. Just bringing it all back. We get 2 niche, and then we just get right back up with like, comment, subscribe. So, Torn T, number 12. 12T. Number 13. 12T.
I really like Torn as a utility mod. I had him. I talked to you. That's why I moved him down.
You didn't like him.
He just didn't do enough offensively, and even defensively he took weird calc hits. But like primed with his utility, with that ridiculous ability, with his mono flying typing, Torn just did way too much to be lowered anymore. But I feel like he felt good at 100. I feel like you feel good buying Torn at 120.
I agree, and we'll see what Tristan does with it. Next up, we got Hunter, a man who we've been trying to get in the league for 3 seasons at this point, Mario?
A minute.
Half a minute here. Going with a great name as well that is a front runner for favorite. The Flinchstones, which I also told him is a good alternate name to call the Move Rock Slide.
It is. I like it.
He's taking Lando!
Oh, boy.
That is the man. The man we all know and love. The man we fear. Everybody who has had Lando, well, I shouldn't say that. Jack had Lando last season, and I no offense to Jack, he broke the streak of new people with Lando making the playoffs. Man, new people have gotten Lando for like 4 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
Do we just hate Lando? Is that the problem?
No, it's because everyone, when you're not familiar with League play, like Lando is like the king of OU.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True.
So when you're not familiar, it's like Lando's like a comfort pick. Like you know he's good, you know what he's capable of.
But then you end up like Garrison in game 1 of his first season. You start out, turn 1, out comes Lando. I send out Cryogonal. And it's just like, this motherfucker, I have a scarf. And then I go, I have a scarf too, motherfucker. And I hit freeze dry, and he's dead.
And it's gone.
And it's gone. That's what League play brings you. That kind of shit.
You gotta watch those 4 times weaknesses, guys.
You got it.
But I mean, Lando with like Intimidate, incredible typing, again, utility, offensive
Sneaky
power.
bulk.
Speed tier is fantastic for where he is. He's just an all-around. He's great pick.
Very good. You just you hit you slap the scarf on him. You hit U-turn, turn 1, do a little bit of scouting, and then you come back for those scarf earthquakes later. Or he's your Z
Make
captain.
him Z captain.
Yeah. Or he's your Z captain, and you blow shit up.
2 kids gonna die tonight.
1 kid gonna die tonight.
Yeah. Taking that Z fly to the dome piece.
So next up, we have Gage. Gage going with almost stealing the thunder. So incidentally, Gage and Drac are 14 and 15 respectively here, and both have pup in their, or like pup reference team names. So Gage at 14, wholesale puppers, going with Hippowdon.
Oh boy.
So
I know what he's planning.
I mean, when it comes down to it, we have seen weather is very effective. It has gotten me to the finals all 3 times, I believe. No, season 3 was... it's gotten me to the finals at least twice and won me a championship at least once, even though I didn't use rain in my match against Manny. It works. Sand Rush, Swift Swim, Chlorophyll will win you games if you get it, if you make it a facet of your team. It remains to be seen how much is going to be put into Hippowdon here, but great defense, great recovery. Ground is a good type in general for like defense, in my mind at least, especially when you pair it with a good water type. I mean, there's your Rocks guy. Rocks Whirlwind is my favorite Hippowdon set, so just keep doing that. You get all the chip in the world. It's wonderful. It's beautiful.
Pound Town, wonderful pick. Even if you're not going sand is still underutilized. Like chip damage is chip damage.
Yeah.
And like if you're Pound Town, you're just sitting there and they're getting like chipped and rocked and possibly toxic and all this stuff, and you're just sitting there being fat, clicking slack off and whirlwind. Like that's not a fun time for anyone to be in.
No one's having a good time.
Dual weather with Mega Swampert.
Yeah.
Also yes, Hip Pup Down. There we go. That's how you tie it in to wholesale puppers. Speaking of, when you keep things puppy, keep things puppin' over here, number 15 is Drac, who just went with the Pup Club. And I got a lot of pep for this pup. At number 15, whom is Mega Gyarados!
Oh yeah, finally.
It took 9 seasons, Manny. Drac could have waited until round 11, and Mega Gyarados still would have been available.
He could have. He made a terrible mistake in judgment.
I love Mega Gyarados. Not enough to draft ever, but enough.
Nobody loved it enough. We moved it down to 120 to try to entice people to draft it, and nobody did. And I got cold feet. We moved it back up to tier 1, and finally Drac is like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do it.
Yo, Intimidate into Mold Breaker.
Right?
It's
like,
so fucking good.
Come on. What the fuck?
It's so good. Both of those abilities are so fucking good.
You look at those fucking... It's like 134 special defense, and like... Gyarados' HP is like, what, 80, 90 normally? It's not
like,
small.
It's like 70 to 80.
It's still in decent range where, like, that HP and that special defense is close to, like, pretty decent special defenders.
Yeah.
And that's just that. And then you lose the 4 times weakness. You gain a little bit more with Water Dark. Water Dark's such a weird type combo, too. And I don't know. I want Mega Gyarados. I will give Mega Gyarados the world because it is great. It is wonderful.
Fucking Mold Breaker.
Mold Breaker. People don't take advantage of Mold Breaker enough in this league.
No.
And Mega Gyarados is, I'm going to say, not the best, but Mega Gyarados is definitely a top-tier Dragon Dance user. He's very threatening. You get behind a sub, you get a Dragon Dance up, and the game is over.
You got your waterfalls, you got your crunches, you got potentially your earthquakes, your Mold Breaker earthquakes, and you're off to the races. You got your flinches too with waterfall, which is always fun. So
he's definitely in the lower usage tier for OU, but he still deserves to be an OU. He's still there. A monster to deal with.
160. That's the price you want to pay. Something OU borderline, thereabouts.
With his special defense, like you were saying, and you get one Intimidate off, you're practically guaranteed a Dragon Dance, and then you're sweeping.
Right. But we're not ladder though, so like Gyarados doesn't need to go up against Toxapex, who just poops on him. Mega Gyarados is going against
he's going up against
Togekiss. And he's going to like there are going to be some tier 3, 4, or 5 guys who are just going to be like, no, I want no part of this.
I ain't dealing with this nonsense.
So maybe there is indeed a diamond in the rough here, and hopefully I will be vindicated, moving it back up to 160. Cross my fingers, because I always like to be proven right. There's no better feeling, quite frankly. Number 16.
Especially when you got no steak.
Yes, exactly. Number 16 is Mike, our favorite punching bag friend Mike.
Our favorite bitch boy.
Our favorite bitch boy.
Three-legged puppy.
Going with, speaking of Gyarados, his team name, Gyaradosekis, and the most interesting team in the world. Number 16 is Toxapex!
What a snipe!
Manny, you have been incredibly frustrated with the draft order thus far, because almost every... People love big defense in this draft so far, and...
This is the weirdest draft in our short 9 seasons, Joe. Yes.
So, Toxapex going off the board early. Again, this is a fine choice by Mike, I think, because in the lower half of round 1, you want to grab something like your Hippowdons, your Mega Gyaradoses, something that is in Tier 1, so then you pick early enough in round 2 that if your chosen Tier S is not gone, that is when you get your Tier S in round 2. Toxapex going in there. So I will see if Mike follows up on that, going with a Tier S in round 2. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. The last 4 picks. Next up is a new guy in our league. He was introduced to me as Murphy's roommate, then became Matt. Then, because we have a million Matts in this league, he became Lebo. So, Lebo at number 17.
We do have Matts now.
There's an entire division of Matts, yes.
Yes.
So...
The Matt
Spoiler
division.
alert. We're not supposed to release this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that information should not be known just yet.
Well, now you know.
Well, now you know.
Yes,
There's
all the Matts are in one division.
All the Matts are in a division together. So...
We right on, unite, boys.
Right on this dick. Going with Magearna.
Oh boy. It's Magearna.
You sound so excited.
No one's excited to draft Magearna. Are you kidding me? Magearna's just like that.
Is Magearna like a Lando pick where you see it and you're just like, oh yeah, that's good. I'll get that.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
We've
the same.
We've written the book on how good Magearna is. You get your Shift Gear ones, you get your Assault Vest Magearna, your
Z Magearna,
the Z
your Weakness Policy Magearna.
Oh my god.
So Magearna's a fucking great mon. It's just, I don't know. It's gonna win them games. We know it's good.
No, my experience with Magearna was it was very good when it needed to be, but there were also times where it was not dead weight necessarily, but it did not do what it needed to do. And you gotta, that all depends on build. That's kind of, it's almost a Mew principle, sort of. Because you bring Shift Gear Magearna and you just end up against a team that you have absolutely no shot of getting it off. Which will happen. You bring the Assault Vest Magearna and there's way too many physical attackers that threaten it instead, which...
That's all research, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
You're right, but like it's that weird Mew law where like you draft him on that's good at everything, and then all of a sudden you essentially didn't draft him on.
When everybody's super nobody is, as my friend Syndrome would say.
Syndrome. All right, fair enough.
Who voiced Syndrome? Was that Jason Lee? Am I wrong?
I don't remember that.
Am I weird thinking that? I'm probably
We are
wrong.
in the middle of the most important day.
I'm sorry. This is the most important day of the season right now.
Ever.
Let's go right to 18 then. M1 going with Majestic 11, the Majestic 11 as his team Name here, and drafting the man, the myth, the Pokemon that made his Monotype Madness run the most memorable. It's Volcarona.
Hot damn.
I, for one, am excited.
Volcarona at 120 has been something I've been clamoring that we need to fix forever. But then again, nobody... We have had seasons, we have had entire seasons where somebody drafts Volcarona and doesn't use it!
Not one
I'm
time.
just scared of rocks.
You can't be scared of rocks.
Volcarona is so fucking good, though.
We saw in Monotype Madness, there were at least 3 battles where M1 threw Volcarona in on rocks and just hit the old Giga Drain and got most of it back.
Yeah. Volcarona, like, you wouldn't imagine that Bug Fire with a grass coverage move would be as terrifying as it is. It's fucking scary.
Volcarona, that's... I don't know. That's going to be... We're going to see how that...
Another one, it can do so much shit.
It can, but it's not in the same...
Dark specs, fucking setup.
No one has done anything with Volcarona, so until proven otherwise, Volcarona is staying at $1.20.
You better do it,
well,
M1.
When M1 fucking skyrockets up, it fucking makes it to fucking finals with Volcarona, and you might want to move it back up.
Hits 1 QD, and we should have applied that logic to make a Gyarados track. You're right. I'm sorry. Oh, 19 is Dale, the man, the prodigal son returning home.
He's back once again.
Who was here season 1 for about 4 weeks.
Now he's on probation.
Then he left because Pokemon Go came out and he didn't think the league was going to go anywhere. Well, how about Pokemon comes back to the league at number 19? Corsola Calamity and Celesteela.
What a pick.
What a pick. Celesteela is one of those mons that is always on like one of the variations of my team when I build one. Like when I think of what team I want to draft in a season, Celesteela is almost always it's always a bridesmaid, never a bride in that situation where it's I want it, but I never get it.
Celesteela's typing, like just that flying steel, is just so fucking frustrating. Like you can't not love it.
You get your heavy slams in there, you get your leech seeds, you do your autotomize to take advantage of the beast boost. Like, depending on how you allocate your stats, the beast boost can bring up like every stat, I'm pretty sure, because everything on Celesteela is like 108 other than speed.
Yeah. It's so, like, it can be physical, it can be special, it can be stall, it can be sweep, it could be set up. I don't like them. It's scary.
Well, thankfully, Dale is far away from you as far as I could tell. I don't know how the the matchups are going to go for the out-of-conference things. Number 20. All right. Last but not least, who also has an icon, Dylan. New guy. Replacement Dylan. Coming in here at Garrison's request. Comes highly touted. The Huntington Garbodors. With a lovely icon to boot. We have got Tapu Fini.
Right. Pick 20 Tapu Fini. What a steal.
What are people doing waiting until number 20 for Tapu Fini?
People are gonna
Right.
look at back at this draft pod and be like, "Oh, this is terrible."
Now, Fini Fini's a beast. I had Fini in a season that got me to a championship. It's the Misty Terrain is a wonderful. You want to prevent status. There it is. You got all the bulk that you need. You got a boosted Moonblast. You don't need to put anything into special attack for a more powerful Moonblast. That is what you want out of a Pokemon.
Fini is just again, we talk about all the time. It's just such a good.
Or you put everything.
It's such a cornerstone. It's fantastic typing, fantastic ability, fantastic moveset. The only thing that can really be like a fault, like in the con list, is probably it doesn't have any reliable recovery.
That's
It can't even use Crest with its ability. People are going to forget.
I forget, Manny. Did you forget that when you had it?
I forgot.
Oh, you're right.
No. I was versing a Fini and I forgot it.
Oh, okay, that's right. Well, looking at round 1 here, give me your underrated pick, your big surprise. Give me whatever you want here.
Underrated pick, big surprise. Let's see here. Underrated pick. I'm going to go with a tie for underrated pick here.
Okay.
Underrated pick number 1, and they are conveniently located kind of next to each other. I think that Tristan with Torrentee is phenomenal. I love Torrentee. It's a great way to just jump off into the draft pool. It can do so many things. It doesn't reveal your strategy. I love Torrentee. And then I'll gauge with Pound Town. I think Pound Town is a fantastic mon, great defensive typing, great defensive stats. And I really hope that he pairs it with some sand monster.
I mean, as all the best people do, you need a little bit of sand in there. You need to get sandy with it.
No.
No. Mario, what is your underrated pick or big surprise, possibly, of round 1?
All right, underrated pick. I think I'm gonna have to go with Dale at Celesteela.
Okay, that's
And
good
then
value.
biggest-
Celesteela lasting that long is it should be in the top 10 in my mind.
Yeah, and then probably biggest surprise probably be Mike with Toxapex.
Mike isn't really a Toxapex guy when you look at him.
No, if you look at his play style and like comfort picks and everything, like Celesteela seems like too slow for his like sense of play.
Now, like, I got really angry with Mike. I believe it was last season, whichever season he had Cresselia, because all he wanted Cresselia to do was have coverage moves with its fucking 75 special attack. We talk about how everybody plays aggressive in this league. Mike is possibly the most aggressive among us.
Yeah.
So Toxapex, who has no offensive presence, you're going to hit a Baneful Bunker, you're going to hit a Toxic Spikes potentially, you're gonna get Regenerator health back, you're going to hit a Recover. There's not much you're really going to do with Toxapex.
No, you rarely ever, like, you can get a couple Scald Burns off, hope for the best. But it's just, like I said, like, okay, so once again, 5 out of 6 of my OU Pokemon that I consistently use are on here.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, everyone but Bulu. A very underrated Pokemon. Like Toxapex he's not made to.
Okay, Kuiper. It's very sly.
I just like that little slip in there. I'm just like, "Boo, very underrated." But sorry, go ahead.
I think out of all my games I've ever won, I think Toxapex might have got like 2 kills.
I mean,
he's there to cripple, and he's there to scare, and that does not seem like anything Mike will ever like. It just doesn't seem like something he'd do.
No,
No,
Mike.
especially after his blatant, and Mike, I'm sorry about this, but I have to plant my flag here. The blatant misuse of Sableye last year. Like, stop trying to make Calm Mind Sableye happen. Just hit Prankster Willow, max your D, and be annoying. Like, don't try to Calm Mind up to +6 and do dumb things with Shadow Ball.
And do 45% with Shadow Ball.
Yeah,
right.
Because that's the Mega, because it has the base stats to do that kind of stuff. You can't do that with normal Sableye.
Oh well.
I don't know. You're right, Mario. It's a very change of pace speed for him. I would also say that my pick is also a change of pace for me too. Uh,
I'd say, well, you might be the most aggressive among us, Manny, but you're smart aggressive.
sometimes.
I like that. Smart aggressive.
Sometimes. Sometimes I think I'm smart, and then I'm like, oh, I overthought this entirely too much, and then you get smacked.
That happens. Now, my surprise, I'm going to say, which we're going to get Manny here back in the Bud Light Lime green room really quick here, because suspicious by his absence, a perennial round one favorite, Mega Scizor, not here. So I believe that he might be in a bit of a bad mood. But Manny, have you caught up with Mega Scizor?
Joe, I have. We are live here in the Bud Light Lime green room with Mega Scizor. Scizor, you've done amazing in the seasons past and kept your 200-point price tag. How does it feel still being here in the green room? And what do you have to say to all those teams out there who didn't draft you? Words of wisdom. Back to you, Joe.
I can't believe you just said that.
I'm amazed that he said it so calmly. I'm
He was
amazed.
like his mindset. Like he was not wavered. He was ready to go. He's ready to be drafted. He's excited for the opportunity to succeed in the PFL.
And we might see that here because, as it so happens, we have an entire second round of picks that we could do.
Whoa, that's
My phone
crazy!
battery.
We got 20 more picks that don't have
Damn!
big draft screens, but we're gonna just pull them up right here. I gotta
value.
figure out who goes where. So okay, Mario, you are up here, and Manny, if you don't mind, just stay in the Bud Light Lime green room really quick because this is a shocker here.
Oh God, Joe, I'm down here. I have my Bud Light Lime while I'm in the green room.
Sponsored by Bud Light Lime.
Sponsored by Bud Light
Who do I
Lime.
have to be looking for, Joe? I see lots of Mons anxiously waiting here. It's getting very, very intense down here.
Mario, will you please announce your round 2 pick, Mario?
So here's a weird one for you. My round 2 draft pick for this season is Cortana.
Oh! Mario, what are you doing? That's crazy.
I'm going big boy this season.
You are going. What are those? You've got 2 big boys kicking. Are you, Manny, down there in the green room? What can you tell me? What is the? Have you gotten a hold of Cortana? Have the other Mons piled away from him, congratulating him for being picked this early?
I have managed to weasel my way through the media storm down here, Joe. Okay, the Bud Light Lime green room is going insane. All right, I've managed to corral Cortana here. So Cortana, you've just been drafted. I can't imagine how that feels right now. How excited are you to work with your fellow 200-point club Pokemon, Zard X? What a story to be told. Back to
He's
you,
gonna
Joe.
do me proud.
He's gonna that boy gonna do you proud. So I forgot that Mario picked at the very beginning of the round. I thought he was the 10th pick again. So my bad. We were supposed to have some space between those.
Whoops.
Right.
I can do this all day. I've watched enough sports where I can ask any sports-related question to any Pokemon. Just draw one up right now.
All right. Well, next we've got kicking off, continuing in round 2. We're gonna do a little bit of rapid fire, really quick here. And Manny, you don't have to update them all this quickly, but
Updating the slots. Go ahead.
we have got Tristan to complement Torn T is going with Milotic.
Ooh.
I hate all of it. Tristan and Kyle doing their dumb, stupid brother fake stall things.
Now, they do have to get a ground type in there because that's 2 electric weaknesses that I'm seeing so far. So, I mean, I have the utmost faith in Tristan, but gotta be careful of that. We have got
Nobody wants a part of that.
ain't nobody got time for that. Next we got
Nobody got
to pair with Lando T. Hunter is taking Superior.
I don't like it.
This
I
team
don't
is
like any of this.
threatening.
You've got your big physical attacker. You've got your big special attacker. You're pretty much set at this point, I'd say. I mean, Superior, maybe you want another good special attacker in there, but Superior will become a giant fuck-off laser. So,
Yeah, that's the definition of superior.
Oh, hello, M1. Thank you for being late. We are in the middle of round 2 at this point. Next, we've got Gage pairing with Hippowdon. Suicune.
Just needs to stop, boys. Stop. Everyone stop the draft right now. Everyone needs to reconsider their life choices. What are we doing with ourselves, guys?
So I had said you want to pair Hippowdon with a good water type. There's a good water type right there.
Jesus Christ. You know what he's going to do? He's just going to hazard stack and then just click Roar and Whirlwind for 8 years.
No one's going to have fun in that game.
I love it.
No one wants to have fun.
I'm going to have fun watching it for the first 40 turns, and then I'm going to be like, can this please end?
Yeah, just do something.
Next, we've got pairing with Mega Gyarados. Drac is taking Zapdos.
Perfect.
Everybody, Manny, you were a big proponent of Zapdos. You wanted Zapdos pretty bad.
I did. Spoiler. Yes, I did.
Zapdos
is a fantastic mon. So bulky. Underrated offensively.
Very underrated offense.
I agree.
But it's tough to be like an offensive juggernaut when you're like that good at being defensive. Like his typing is absolutely amazing. He might as well just be a mono flying with like better resistances.
A mono flying with no flying moves.
Man, the other two get Hurricane. Why can't he?
Because it'd be too good.
It would be too good. You're right.
They knew better.
He gets Drill Peck, dude.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's
good.
That's all you need.
I said that.
He gets U-turn, so he can't even be stopped by ground types. He just rolls right through them.
Yeah. Don't want Volt Switch? Fuck it, U-turn.
You just hit the old HP ice. That's all you need. Next up, it's Mike. And Mike, pairing with Toxapex, going back to the well. How many times now has Mike picked?
I don't even need to know what you're saying before I say Garchomp.
Garchomp.
All of them.
Whenever he gets into a corner, he goes, Garchomp!
Yeah, but Garchomp's a good mon.
Garchomp, and I've said it before, Garchomp can literally carry a pile of shit to the playoffs.
And has Garchomp previously.
8 tier 5s to the playoffs.
So he's very nearly a 700 club mon, you're saying, then?
Close. Close. With how versatile he is, disgustingly fast, disgustingly bulky, amazing typing, wonderful attack power, sneaky special attack power. He is one of my favorite mons.
So next we've got here Lebo pairing with Magearna. Mega Swampert.
Oh,
I don't like where this is going now, guys.
Oh,
no! Someone draft Politoed quick, quickly.
Get them all.
So that's the thing that I would say is potentially a misstep here. There aren't a ton of picks between now and Lebo's next pick, so he could very well be getting his setter next turn. But I feel like in my mind, you get the setter first.
Yes, this is where being like experienced in the draft kind of comes to you. You can kind of get a feel where people are going to go, and the setters are expensive not because of their popularity of picks, but just because of like the strategy behind the weather setters. Like there's a reason why Pelipper is tier 1. It's not because Pelipper like has the stats of a tier 1 or anything like that. Like Pelipper could probably be a little bit lower, but
Pelipper's still
just really value the weather strat.
Decently bulky as well when you're like Tyler and put EVs in all of its stats.
EV gate.
So we'll see how that goes. I mean, we don't really have any kind of other inkling of who else wants rain, but then again, you kind of tip your hand a little bit here. If you see that Mega Swampert is off the board and you want to do rain, you got to grab the setter immediately.
No, that has to be your third round pick. It has to be Politoed.
Yeah.
No, because I don't think the points are going to work with him if he goes Pelipper.
So I mean, it can. It's going to be tough, but yeah.
And you're going to sacrifice way too much. So like it has to be Politoed. So he better get Politoed in the next however many picks.
Next we've got M1 pairing with Volcarona, Gardevoir.
Regular Gardevoir?
Regular Gardevoir.
Huh.
Huh.
I like Gardevoir. I mean, we've seen Trace plays with Gardevoir. I believe Gardevoir. And speaking of Gardevoir and Mega Swampert, how fast is this boy?
Yeah. How fast is this boy? No, look, I'm not knocking it. I'm just curious, is all.
Yeah, that's all. I like Mega. I like regular Gardevoir as a mon. It's deceptively bulky.
Yeah.
I mean, the special D on Gardevoir and Gallade, for that matter, are both can both be lifesavers.
Yeah. Surprisingly, one thick lady.
Yeah, I mean she has a good speed tier, some all right bulk, but the utility though is there.
A very good target for the scarf too.
And specs.
And specs, you're
and
right.
AV.
And at all. And at all. Next we've got Dale, who is pairing Celesteela with Excadrill.
All right.
Y'all can't see me right now, but I'm just scratching my head.
Very much in the same boat where you're getting... Excadrill's good, but again, it works kind of under the same thing as Pelipper, where without Sandrush, it's certainly not worth 160, but you need to make sure you get your setter.
Now, see, I don't know about that, because Mold Breaker is very underutilized.
Mold Breaker's very good. I mean, its speed is 90 normally, I think, something like that. So it's fast enough, and you give it a Life Orb. Life Orb, Mold Breaker, Earthquakes are still going to hurt a lot. So it's... I don't think it's... I don't think it. Again, you need the setter. I think that's what I'm seeing it in the future. And Dale
we just like win the rock guy, Gigalith.
Yeah,
I would assume because Hippowdon's off the table, so that's the only other setter.
Oh boy, tension has risen. Sniping has begun, gentlemen.
Pick number 10 is Dylan, going with the scariest combination on paper in my mind so far. Round 1, Feeny. Round 2, Ferrothorn.
Oh no, guys, guys, can we please just rethink our life choices? Dig deep, boys. Look inside.
Those are two mons that cover one another very well.
Yeah, that's like a huge thing in OU is these two together.
You can't poison either of them.
Old Feeny Thorn over here.
They're just gonna sit there. They can't be chipped because they can't be poisoned. Ferrothorn, what, quad resist rocks, right?
No, normal resist.
Normal.
Just regular resist. And then, oh my god, guys.
What are we doing?
Stop.
Well,
make stall great again.
Please no. Next we
got
Murphy, who, coupling with Togekiss, is going back to the well. He is putting the band back together.
Sorry, staying in the well.
Staying in the well.
Never left the well.
Never left the well. It's Mega Gallade.
Oh, there he is.
Great.
So, Togekiss and Mega Gallade were a nightmare combination that I hated with every fiber of my being. And I wanted to die every time I faced both of them. Especially because, and guess who's back again? Gallade's back. Tell some friends.
I don't want to tell anybody.
Especially when both of them did so well against my boy Tyranitar.
Absolutely.
Until you do Special Assault Vest to Tyranitar.
Weird draft set Tyranitar.
I love it. God, I love T-Tar so much. Why isn't he off the board already? Oh yeah, T-Tar's a setter. I keep forgetting about that.
Oh yeah, me too.
Looks like I know how I'm picking. Here we go. T-Tar Chansey.
So coupling then, Jack next, Mega Medicham. What is he going to do to power that offense? How about some special offense? It's Blacephalon.
Oh god.
Oh, that's
this is what I'm talking about, boys. No stupid Feeny Ferrothorn. None of that nonsense. Let's just go offense, balls to the wall.
This is the ballsiest to the wallsiest combination we have, I believe, of Mega Medicham and Blacephalon. That is pure. That is literally pure power and pure special attack.
That's just going ham.
My mind is blown.
Whoa.
Good one.
Next at 13, we have got Jim. And what is he taking with Heatran? But Manaphy.
All right.
I like it.
I want to see where this one goes.
Same. I'm
Obviously,
curious.
they cover one another fairly well. They're both primarily special attackers. So again, Manaphy is, you get those tail glow plays in there. We could possibly be seeing Dan's thought of last season, which was you do the old rest and hydration plays with Manaphy, which are restoration, which are lovely, which are terrible, which I hate, but it could be happening. I don't know why.
Manaphy's the problem. If you don't have something specifically for rest hydration, you're going to lose. Like, it's that good of a strat. To me, at least. I can't, like, I can't think of a way to get around it if you're not prepared for it.
And you don't even need the rain to help it out. You could just slap a rain. You can slap a rain dance on so many Pokemon. You really can.
Dude, every Pokemon gets rain dance.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like that's just a thing.
Yeah, so you don't even need a setter. It's just something good enough. You get my boy Prankster Lipard. You hit him with the Damp Rock Rain Dance and die, and then Manaphy comes in, and you hit Tail Glow and you win. Next, we have got here the 14th pick of round 2 is Mitch, and he is going with Mimikyu.
Mimikyu is a frustrating Pokemon.
Mega Venusaur covers Mimikyu pretty well. Because Poison is neutral. Steel, Ghost, maybe not. Mimikyu's definitely frustrating, though. That Guaranteed Swords Dance is no joke.
No.
With, like, surprise red card.
Oh, God.
Dude, that shit's annoying.
People love red card Mimikyu, don't they?
They do.
It's, like, the worst.
It is super obnoxious.
I want to see more red card.
That's it. Put it in the rules.
No red card. No,
No
fuck
red
that.
card
Everyone,
on
no. New rule. You got to put at least one red card on your team.
No. I'm out.
Just everyone becomes police supply. Just everyone's out.
Number 15 is Thomas, who is pairing Latias with another big special attack. Well, Latias isn't a big special attacker, but a big special attacker in Magnezone.
Oh, boy.
One of our points of contention, Joe.
Of moving Magnezone down, where, again, Thomas is going for value he perceives right now. Latias should be in Tier S in his mind. Magnezone should be in Tier 1.
I mean, hey, now you can accuse Thomas of the same thing everyone has been accusing me of.
No, well, you see, you actually...
Only accusing if there's no proof.
I was going to say, you actually have a hand in moving the Pokemon down.
Okay, I have a part. Okay?
We
are a democracy. And, well, we're kind of. No, not really. I should take that back. We're not a democracy.
Yeah.
But we are a
crimes.
committee. We are a committee.
We're a two-party system.
Yes, we decide together.
As far as the Dragon Fairy Steel Core goes, I like this one a lot.
Yeah, you gotta get something good to complete it, and you got the Levitate on Latias, so there's your pretty obvious switch. And hopefully whatever Latias is switching into doesn't have anything gigantic to kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, they're, like, bulky, but they're just, like, bulky offensive at this point. I think Thomas is just going for just a well-rounded team at this point.
No,
it's really big about them. Like, they're bigger, but they're not, they're not tanks or anything like that. But
it's a good start. Next we have Rob, who is pairing Greninja
with Furret.
With Tapu Bulu.
Yay!
So there you go.
Is
Greninja's your special attacker. Bulu with Horn Leech in grassy terrain. Nigh unkillable. You gotta hit it with a poison. You gotta hit it with a poison move.
Pretty bad.
No. You don't Horn Leech with Bulu. You would hammer a Bulu,
and then get all your health back.
And you 2-tap like Heatran, because that's how big Bulu is.
You 2-tap everything but Heatran.
Game's over, man.
Woodhammer is...
If you give him leftovers with grassy terrain, he will recover all of the health that he takes from
From-
Woodhammer.
Fair enough. In my mind, I like the Horn Leech. Just keep it up at 100. Substitute as well. Sub Horn Leech. Beautiful. It's a lovely set, and I love it. Next we've got Dan. Pairing Mega Mile. With Tangrowth. So, I want to get your thoughts on this, Manny, where finally we are to your pick in this round, and I want you to look at all the defense that was taken in this round and the previous round, and you thinking that you were going to be able to make a team that was entirely stall.
Yeah, that didn't happen. I could not foresee this happening, man. Like I could see like one or two like really bulky mons like coming out of just to be standard get in the way mons like Toxapex. Like Toxapex fits on a lot of teams. But I mean, this much bulk and defensive options, I did not fathom all this going to, this fast.
Well, why don't you tell us who you picked instead at number 18 in this round?
Well, instead of, the whole draft strategy, you zig when people zag. Well, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm going Alma Mola with my next pick.
Oh my God, the duo that won
return.
The duo that won Kyle a championship, Chansey and Aloma Mola, which I hate. I had 2 matches against Kyle that season, 3 matches against Kyle that season, where you have to try to get cute to get around that if you're playing it correctly, and
it's frustrating.
I could not for the life of me get around this 2-man power trip.
Manny's going to average 150 turns a game.
Exactly. Alma Mola is so fat, dude. I was looking at builds for Alma Mola, and there are builds that his HP stat is so high that you just put 252 in defense and special defense.
Oh my God. Kill me.
I was like, this can't be a real set. But no, there are actual people who run 252 defense and special defense because his HP is base 165.
Oh, I hate it. Thanks, I hate it.
So I think that's a great tandem, and who knows what my next will be like. I could go a little offense. I could not. Who knows? I'm not really. I don't want to give too much away.
Drac asking the hard questions. Does Manny know he's in a league playing with his friends?
No, I don't want to go to heaven.
Yeah, not anymore.
Number 19 is Dave, who is complimenting his Mega Alakazam with a Clefable.
Wow. That's fun.
You sound so excited, Mario.
Isn't that great?
Mega Alakazam, and then anything that threatens those dark types that threaten Mega Alakazam, you got to deal with a nice either unaware or Magic Guard Clefable who will get burned and then just keep Calm Minding and nothing will happen.
Dumb.
I think that Clefable has not been used that well in the league so far.
You're right.
I had it
season 1.
Not since season 1 when it was the cornerstone of Rob's team. Clefable is possibly old hat at this point. It was the king of Gen 6. Gen 6 was a long time ago at this point, but it's playing the hits, and they work. They still draw the crowd. If you don't mind the metaphors.
I love them.
There's a lot of different metaphors really fast.
It was. I rattled them.
I love them. Clefable with the second ability, though, is probably more important than the first one, is that unaware. There's only 2, I think, right? Correct me, 2?
There's a few. There's a few unaware users.
There's a few
top-tier unaware users.
It's just
Quaggy, right?
It's just Quaggy and Clefable, as far as I know.
Like, the fact that, just... It's like the whole Ditto thing last season. It's just that, your setup doesn't matter to you now. You just go into Clefable and be like, nope, I'm too dumb to process that you're +5.
Yeah, you literally just shut down win conditions.
Well, I think it's time we finish up this round. James is last here.
Good, 'cause my phone's going to die.
Okay, cool. James and the bad guys. Metagross, pairing with Mandabuzz.
Why?
Amanda, Buzz.
Oh,
Is
fuck.
James going
Isn't
some
that...
weird, like, psychic?
No,
dark
dude, that's such a
fucking
good...
lore?
Like, they cover each other so fucking well.
Yeah, I mean, especially, like, because, like, Mandibuzz... The problem with psychic dark fighting is that 2 of them are weak to bug, but with Mandibuzz, that doesn't...
That
No,
becomes
they're
neutral.
both neutral to bug.
And that too. That's the other thing. So there's no bug
They're both
weaknesses.
neutral. Doesn't matter. And they're both so bulky that it's not going to fucking do anything. It's going to be like, oh, you're going to U-turn off 20%.
James is playing
Leftovers.
chess right now.
That's James. We've known from the very beginning.
They fucking cover themselves so well.
Some solid
Dark
picks
Ghost,
right
stop
there.
by dark.
Some solid
Weak to the
picks.
ground. You know, it's like electric and fire is it.
That's what
That's
they
the
got.
only like weird shit.
And there you will find mons that you get Quagsire in there. Like, guess who doesn't die to electric and fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to be fun. So we are officially 40 picks into this draft.
Holy shit.
Our draft hours are, I mean, technically we'll say that the submitting picks and things like that. Well, you could submit a pick if you want. Round 3 starts with Dylan, and round 3 is Dylan's round 3 pick is kicking things off. I have not gotten his pick yet. I told him that he could reveal it right here on the stream, but I don't know if he's in the chat. So either way, he probably should reveal it before the end of the night here. Again, you're only officially on the clock between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m., but you could still...
Tomorrow.
Starting tomorrow. But yeah, you could... If you want to keep putting picks in, I have some round 3 picks that I got to confirm with some people. But we could keep going.
If you want them on, if you want, like, just let us know, and we have, like, a running sheet, and we can kind of tell you, like, yes, it's available, no, it's not, in kind of the same way that we collected the first 2 rounds.
Exactly. So
kind of speed up the process.
Yeah,
There's 20 of us drafting 11 rounds. This is exhausting.
Now, yeah, I was able to work my ass off last season over that weekend and get all the picks before Sunday was over. I don't know if that's going to happen again, Manny. I'd like to hope so, but it also will require me literally killing myself to do it. Probably.
Well, don't do that. We need you.
Do it for the league, Joe.
Hey, look, we're here, aren't we? I'm doing it for the league.
Damn straight.
So
It's nice knowing you.
I'm never going to get to play Trogdor the board game.
No, you have to collect Pokemon picks, Joe.
Manny, we should all go to your house and play Trogdor the board game, because I got it.
Joe, one more time.
Yeah.
What do you think of my team name?
I mean, I want to see the icon that Rob did. I am excited to see that, especially. And again, it is fucking Super Nishio Brothers here, man.
Was it worth the wait?
It was 100% worth the wait.
I came up with...
His
Nope.
phone. That's it, boys. We're done.
No, you're there. Okay. Give me just 3 seconds. Let's go. Go. Give me what you got.
What?
Good night, everybody!